This is Chris.
And I'm Dave, and we're both from Ouroboros, and you're watching Metal Down Under.
We spoke was November 2008, and you guys were supporting Psychroptic. Actually, you know what? It was here. Yeah. There's something you haven't mentioned, though. You're not called Dred anymore. That's what you haven't mentioned. So why the name change?
Well, there are a couple of reasons. I suppose, first of all, there are a bunch of other bands named Dred, and some of them are in this country too. And we wanted to distinguish ourselves from those bands. That was one reason. The other reason was that it was misspelled. It had D-R-E-D as opposed to D-R-E-A-D. So when you type it into Google, you get it corrected to D-R-E-A-D. And so that doesn't help in terms of promotion. Thirdly, it didn't really suit the kind of music that we were making. It sort of had more of an 80s kind of feel to it. So we sort of want to push our music in new directions. We don't want to be looking back too much. So we thought that the new name better represented the kind of things that we want to do.
What does Ouroboros mean, Chris?
Well, it's the symbol of the snake eating its own tail, which represents like the circle of life, infinity. It has a lot of things to do with it, basically, and that's what we are tied into a lot of our lyrics and things like that. So that's why we chose that name overall. Yeah.
Now, as you just mentioned, and as a lot of people know, there's a debut album coming out. Firstly, what's it called?
We decided to call it Glorification Of A Myth, and the title is taken from the lyrics of one of our songs on the new album. And we thought it was another thing which fitted the lyrics and the overall concept of the album quite well. Because the Ouroboros theme has been found in lots of different forms of mythology, especially in Norse mythology. So we thought that was a nice tie-in with that too. You can tie all the songs into the Glorification Of A Myth theme and the Ouroboros theme, but there's no real concept per se that every song follows. It touches on a lot of different issues, but you can tie it in quite nicely. When it comes down to it, we're perfectionists. I mean, we put everything we had into that record, and it takes a lot of time in terms of not only writing, but also recording, getting the right gear happening, getting the right contacts to do other things like artwork, mixing, mastering.
How does the new material sound compared to Path To Extinction?
Well, I suppose we wanted to try and push it technically. So the new tracks, I think, are more technical in terms of the structure and the parts that we actually play.
The new stuff's it all blends in really well on the album, but I think, yeah, as we said, like, people will be able to distinctly see the difference there between the old stuff and the new stuff in terms of technicality and just overall sound as well.
I suppose we did want to keep the same kind of flavour as the EP though. Like, you can tell it's the same band.
Of course, yeah, it is. Yeah, like I said, it's blended really well. Yeah, sorry,
right.
Dave, yeah.
What can we expect in the next year? What have you got on the plate coming up?
Well, I guess we're going to be supporting this album with shows, and we've already started working on the next record. So hopefully in the not too distant future we'll be having a similar discussion.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, working on all the new material, as Dave said, following up shows as well this year, hopefully getting around to as many places as we can, places we haven't been before, to support that, yeah, and work on a new one and get that out, yeah, when the time's
Deep, Get rough with the